Guys, it's another day, another time. Thank you for joining me. This is Insight Media. Please to consider subscribing, share, and like. Now, today I want to talk about something. This is Leadership Episode 2. Our Kenyan system and the 2010 Constitution have given us some level of leadership, unlike the previous constitution that we have. Now we have two levels of government, that is the county government and the national government. But I want to talk about something that is very key to the leadership and the development of this nation, something that I believe that we as the citizens, or rather we as voters, we've not given it so much attention it deserves. I'm talking of the seat of the member of National Assembly, the member of parliament, as many of us know it. You know, as Kenyans, we've always concentrated more on who become the president to an extent that I feel that we forget the most important seat, that is the member of National Assembly. Remember, apart from the four key main functions of the member of parliament, that is representation, legislation, oversight, and the budget making process, this member of parliament also participate in the vetting of key leaders or key people being appointed to different positions. When the president appoint the cabinet, it is the parliament that vet and approve them. When the president appoint the inspector general police, ambassadors, plus more among other positions that the president do appoint, it is the parliament that has been given the mandate to approve, vet, and approved. But we as the people, have we really asked ourselves that what are the kind of people we elect to represent us as member of National Assembly? Remember, in 2024, Kenyans united in one accord. Despite our political differences, it was not about tribe or any other thing. We united under one accord to reject the Finance Bill 2024. And we did succeed. The Finance Bill was rejected. The president ended up disbanding the entire cabinet and restructuring it. But where did the problem started with the finance bill? The problem started when those who we elected to represent us decided to pass what we believed was a punitive finance bill in 2024. What if we could have taken more time to elect men and women of integrity to represent us in parliament? One way you could have avoided the demos that by the end of the day, many people lost their life, and up to date, there is no any serious action that we've been seen taking. These MPs had the opportunity to reject the finance bill. But because as voters, as Kenyans, we've never, or rather, we don't put or give it the much importance is required in electing a member of parliament, we end up electing leaders that are somehow full of mediocrity, for a lack of a better words. That people that lack integrity to represent us. As we head into 2027 general election, today I know that many people will be elected not because they have integrity, not because they've performed well in their respective constituencies, but they will be elected simply because they either belong to the one-term camp or to the two-term camp. In major cities whereby they are more cosmopolitan, like Kajiado North, where I come from, many people will be elected because they belong to this tribe or this tribe. But what best can they offer to us? I want us to take a moment and think on who are we going to elect as a member of parliament. Remember, electing a good member of parliament, when men and women of integrity, to represent us at the National Assembly will help us solve most of the problem we are having in this nation. Who gives the president the audacity to do whatever he wants to do, to pass laws, come up with policy without even thinking of the wananchi? It is the same member of parliament. When the president appoints a cabinet, for instance, in Kenya today, someone is being given a docket that he knows absolutely nothing about it. I remember sometimes back when the president was talking with these cabinet members, and he did say that he know much in some dockets more than the cabinet secretaries. But how did these people become cabinet secretaries in the first place? How did they pass the vetting processes in parliament? What were the considerations that those who we've given the mandate to represent us were looking into to ensure that these guys actually qualified the job which they were being appointed to? But because we elect people that are so much incompetent, people that does not even know, people that come to us based on a political affiliation, tribal affiliation, because of handouts, we end up electing people with questionable characters. How would a member of parliament earn around 1 million per month? That is around 12 million a year, totaling to around 60 million in 5 years. Tell me the rationale behind whereby a member of parliament will spend over 80 million or even up to 100 million during campaigns only to earn 60 million in 5 years. Does it make any sense? Is this person really going there to represent our interest as voters, or is going there to make money and to satisfy their own selfish goals? But who is the bigger problem in all this mix? It is us voters. We should take the lion's share of the blame, because we don't elect people because we believed in them. We don't elect people because they have integrity. We don't elect people because they are incompetent. Instead, we elect people because either they belong to my political party or that party I'm supporting, they are from my tribe, or in areas whereby there is no tribe, that is in the rural part of the country, they belong to my clan, okay? Or we elect them because they've given out handouts. Okay? Why can't we as citizens take a step back, think of the future and what kind of a country we have? Because I want to tell you guys, if we elect men and women of integrity, people that cannot be bought, people that cannot be bribed, trust me, the president will be so afraid of the member of parliament to an extent that before the president does anything wrong, he will have to think twice. But what the kind of parliament, if you look at the kind of parliament we have today, it is like a branch of the executive. Okay? The parliament will rubber stamp everything coming from the executive without giving it a second thought. But this problem starts with us voters. These members of parliaments are not strangers. They are people that have lived in our society. They are people that come from our villages. They are individuals that we know. Somebody in 2027, despite the fact that this person have performed extremely well, either in their first term in office or even in their second term in office, or you realize that this individual has really been so significant into the growth of the society, he has always been there for the society, will not be given a chance to lead simply because they don't belong to that party you are supporting. Is that the way we want to go? Why should we deny leaders chances to lead and bring development to our people, to our areas, simply because they don't subscribe to whichever party or whichever political formation they are doing? For instance, I know in central Kenya Sahi, they are singing of the one term. That is what is going on there. But some people, some good leaders will be denied opportunity simply because they don't subscribe to the one-term ideologies. But in the real sense, they are not bad leaders. They are good people. They are people that are development oriented. But simply because they don't belong to the one-term caravan or they don't sing the one-term song, they will be denied opportunity and will be branded as the betrayers of the community. Again, if you go to the western part of the country, in Rift Valley, Nyanza, and Western, some good leaders might lose that opportunity to be elected simply because they don't sing the two-term song. Is that the kind of a country, or is that the kind of a state we want to be as the nation? And by the end of the day, when it's come to 2028, we are going, if we are not careful, we are going to elect the same mediocre leaders into parliament. Then again in 2029, after election, they will pass another stupid finance bill and we'll be back on the street. Okay? They will now, maybe we'll have a new Inspector General of Police. The Inspector General of Police, with no regards to the rule of law, they will approve him. The Inspector General of Police will be appointed by the same people that we've given the mandate to lead us. When we go to the street to demand, because demonstrations and picketing and demos is our constitutional right, the Inspector General of Police that was approved and appointed by the mediocres we elected as member of parliament will command these police officers to shoot us and throw tear gas onto us. Some will lose their life. Okay? Can we take a moment as a country, as a voters, and ask ourselves, what kind of representation do we want to have in parliament? Are we going to elect people We should not elect an individual simply because they've given us the 20 bob, the 200, the 50 bob. No, we should not elect someone because now they can sing one term or two term the loudest. We should not elect someone because they've come with a party ticket that we believed ni chama yetu. But let's elect men and women of integrity, people that can stand and says that this thing is wrong. Whether the president like it or not, this thing is wrong and it is not right for the people whom I represent. A member of parliament is not answerable to the president. The member of parliament is answerable to the people who elected him or her. Okay? The member of parliament, if the president decided to misbehave, just like they did to a former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, they have the mandate to impeach the president. Okay? That can tell you how important a member of parliament is as per our constitutional 2010. So guys, I want to plead with you. I will dedicate this channel more so to talk about the leadership as we go to the 2027 general election. But let us think on who are we going to elect. Let us not elect people because they've given us handouts, because they belong to our political party, because they come from my tribe or my clan. But let's elect men and women of integrity, people who will actually represent us, whether they have money or not, whether they come as an independent candidate, whether they come as a party that maybe we don't support, whether they support the movement. When it's come to electing the member of parliament, let us put our interest first. We can talk about the presidency, tucheze hizo siasa zingine huko juu kwa rais, lakini kwa mbunge, let us think, if someone has performed, if someone is really a development-oriented leader, if they come and seek for a second term, let's give a second term to that person, irrespective of whoever they are supporting as their president. Okay? I've known leaders that we don't see them working with the president on the daily basis. But if you go back to their constituencies, they are doing a very credible job in their respective constituencies. Okay? Talk of the Kiaru member of parliament as an example. This is an individual that has been doing credibly well for the people of Kiaru. Despite the fact that we don't see him on a daily basis following president here and there, neither is he following the united opposition team here and there, but he represents the interest of the people of Kiaru and he's been doing well. Kiaru is one of the few constituencies we have in this country whereby the resident only paid 500 shillings per term for their school-going children in secondary school. Okay? But I've also seen leaders that will always be there with the president. But if you go back to their constituency, there is nothing to be proud of. In fact, you can even be ashamed on their own behalf. So that proves that a leader or a member of parliament does not necessarily need to become close to the president so that the people can benefit from it, or to be close to the opposition. What the bottom line is, these people we are going to elect in 2027 as member of parliament are people that we've known, that were born in our constituencies, raised in our constituencies, have been here for a long time. We've known them, we know their background. Let's elect people of integrity to represent us in parliament. And when we do that, trust me, the president or the presidency will just be there to be seen, but will not be so much have a lot of interest on who become the president, because the parliament has got so much power, more than even that can even influence the kind of president or how the president